at you looking all cool.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a thing, huh?
Sure. I don't know what the thing is, but sure. Episode 2 of Mo 9, Season 3.
What up?
Yeah, technical difficulties are still plaguing us.
It's okay.
Power outage
We're
as
good.
soon as we walked in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we didn't walk in the door, but yeah, that was crazy. I almost had to go home for a second.
Mm-hmm.
How's your week overall?
Busy.
Yeah.
Too damn
Trying
busy.
to catch up from last week.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much caught up
Good.
on most sleep, so I'm good.
Oh, you were talking mostly about sleep. Oh, gotcha. Nobody cares about your health. I was talking about work.
Jeez, man, come on.
So, there was going to be an update from last week, and I can't remember what.
Hymns.
Nah, I can't remember.
Hymns.
Yes,
Yeah.
our unofficial sponsor. No, I'm just playing. Not hymns. So let's just jump right into it then, because we're gonna do Instagram stuff afterwards,
Okay.
just to fill space.
Hey, what episode are we
And
on?
fill your
'Cause,
void.
you know,
I
this
said it
morning-
already.
Oh,
You were
shit.
just busy looking at yourself. I already said it. Episode 2 of Season 3 of Mode 9. There's a whole lot of numbers in that statement. Remember to make love to the mic. You gotta get up on it. I know you have a thing about big black things in your face, but just deal with it. Just take it.
I'm pretty close. I think I'm close. I think I'm good.
We said we are gonna do. So, how much of Sandman did you watch?
Let's go through that first.
Okay, let's just get it out of the way. Well, no, because I wanted to. Whatever. We didn't show notes it. So fuck it.
I forgot to show.
Sandman. Okay, so
Literally fell asleep.
So the show.
Can I just shit on it this time?
Yeah.
I am sitting on the shit on it seat, right? Because every
Yeah,
time you sit
probably.
on this side, you shit on everything that we talk
Yeah,
about.
pretty much. I'm usually. That's right. I think I'm almost always on that side.
It's my turn.
So weird.
It's my turn to shit on it. Just kidding. I literally fell asleep during the first episode.
Okay.
I watched the second episode.
Well, okay. How much of it was that you were tired, and how much of it was the show?
Well, I had just watched Uncharted prior to that,
Okay.
and then it was still like around 6 or 7 o'clock.
But still, because the reason I say is because if I'm up and moving around, I don't feel sleepy. But the moment I sit down and try to watch something, there's just a button on my butt or something that's just like boop.
Which am I?
Yeah. The my best Marlon, my best friend, dude, he's the same. Like he needs to be up and moving around, and I think ADHD people might be like that.
Maybe. But I had just watched Uncharted. I literally watched Sandman right after I watched Uncharted,
Okay.
and it put me to sleep.
Okay. Thanks.
I don't know. I literally fell asleep. I mean, I liked the gargoyle. It was pretty cool, you know.
Gregory.
But then you know what I mean. You start seeing the stories of Cain and Abel, and then he's all like kills them with a pitchfork,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I was like, oh, Cain and Abel. Okay, that
Right.
makes sense. And then he comes back to life or whatever, right? And
Right.
I was like, all right. And then again, he freaking stabs him in the face or some
Right.
shit. And so I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then what's the guy's name? Corinthians. And I'm like, so are they trying to do like a Bible type of thing,
Yeah.
or because I was unaware of this series.
Well, you know the connection with the rest of the DC universe, right? It's a DC comic.
Oh, is it?
It's a DC comic, and that's why they're referring to Constantine.
Yeah,
She's related to John Constantine. He's in the DC universe.
I know, but
And he's literally an exorcist. So there's
I
a
didn't
lot
know
of
it was
religious
DC. I thought it was
overtones.
Marvel.
Constantine, it's DC. Because as a matter of fact, there's the Justice League and there's the Justice League Dark, which is like the dark version of the Justice League, which is Constantine and a bunch of other people that are more magical.
Oh, that dark.
Yes, that kind of dark. I got you. Well, the
So-
thing is, I don't know if I haven't looked into it. Maybe this is one of those Spider-Man or Hulk versions where it's technically a DC property, but the rights are owned by Netflix or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Snetflix?
Netflix. I don't know what I was going to say.
Snetflix.
We need a trademark that.
Snutflix.
Snutflix.
Just pictures of like my nuts.
Just snuts.
It's just nuts.
Anyway, nobody wants that. Anyway, so I put you to sleep.
Yes. And then I watched the second episode.
Okay. I love
was
how
just like-
shitting on episodes and movies requires a. Let me gather myself here.
Okay, so at first they capture this guy
Mm-hmm.
using this book, and then they put him in a glass bubble and he can't get out. He's pretty much naked, for 100 years. Doesn't eat.
You couldn't give the guy a pair of shorts or
Right,
something.
at least, this fool's naked. And they go through literally 100 years.
Right.
Because it's the dad who is just played by, what's that guy's name?
I can't remember his name.
I was trying to remember what other movies he came out in, because he's been in a lot of stuff.
Well, he's the king, the dad, the main whatever.
Oh, yeah, from
Targaryen.
yes.
From Game of Thrones.
Joffrey, the one that died on the shitter.
Yes. So anyway, Sandman. So
Sandman.
overall, didn't like it.
Well, what about you? You didn't
Well,
say shit.
You would need to finish shitting on it.
Pretty much.
Did you do your 3? Or
No, I couldn't even get to the.
You quit at 2?
I started watching Better Call Saul. Now that shit's some good show.
Okay, so then it's my turn. You need to watch episode 3 and keep going because it gets better.
Bastard.
I'm just joking. Well, it kind of does. But here's the thing. I had been interested in the Sandman for a long time, like for years. I had been saying that I was going to get the comics because I think it's only like a 3-part. It's the original, and then there's like 2 sequels. And so I wanted to get into it because it seemed like my type of thing. The only hesitation I had, and this is really ridiculous, but the cover art for Morpheus has always looked like a skinny Robert Smith from The Cure.
Okay, yeah.
And I always use him as an example of I like The Cure,
yeah,
but he seemed to be trying too hard with his look.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the problem that I have with Tim Burton. I hate his shit because he's not goth. He's trying very hard to be goth.
He was like
it seems that way.
Wannabe goth, in other words.
Yeah. He seems like the kid that was rejected even by the goths back in the day in high school, and he's making up for it by saying he's
because
not.
his mom
but he's
didn't
not
let him
goth.
wear eyeliner, so
Pretty much.
he wasn't allowed to.
They didn't want to get him on the black shit. That's the feeling that I get with this show.
Yeah.
That they're trying a little too hard to amp up the gothiness.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Tim Burton's shit. So I'm enjoying it because I like I've had this thing for a long time. There's Lord of the Rings super fans. There's Star Wars super fans. There's Marvel super fans. I've been desperately looking for the thing that I'm going to become obsessed with. Still watch other stuff, but this is my thing. This is what I'm super into, and I haven't found. I thought it was Star Wars, but we determined that I had a toxic relationship with it.
Yeah.
So I was hoping that this might be it. You've got the metaphysical stuff with the dream and the destiny, desire, that type of thing was pretty cool. The religious overtones, which I'm usually interested in. It just seemed to be right. Oops, shit. We said it before. Right up my alley. But it's not. At this point, I think I'm going to continue to watch, hoping that it gets better.
Yeah.
But it didn't technically hook me. It's not. I think the bar maybe was set too high. I think if I had just happened to hear about it for the first time ever, I think I'd be more into it than I am.
Yeah.
It just didn't live up to what I wanted.
I
It's almost like they make the show for them. They're shooting everything. They're like, everybody do your thing. But Morpheus, as soon as you walk in the room, like I think he just drags the scene down in a bad way. He's supposed to be kind of morbid and a little, like I said, gothy, but he doesn't come off as gothy. He just comes off as an ass.
He reminds me of Edward.
Scissorhands?
No way.
Oh.
From Twilight.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, if you put them side by side together.
Granted, I think I only saw 3/4 of the first one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul. I know you like Twilight, but that's the feel that I got with that. I don't say overacted, but it just wasn't fitting the scenes and stuff. So, and that's kind of sad because it turns out that he's a pretty decent actor. So I think it was just directing more than anything. They just told him to do this, and it just didn't work.
And there's 10.
So anywho, what was the other one that we were gonna do?
Uncharted. I Am Groot.
Go for it. No, I should have watched some.
You didn't watch any of those?
No, I didn't.
Dude, they're super short, 6 minute each one, and there's only 4 or 5 of them. 6 minutes.
No, I'm definitely
6 minutes. You could have watched them all while you're taking a shit, dude.
Right.
And then
could have
shit
watched
on
them
it.
all and
Could
then
have shit on it and then actually shat on it.
Okay, so
Shit and shat.
Shit and chat.
Uncharted?
Yeah,
You didn't watch it?
okay. I can give you the super quick review because I only watched like the first 5 minutes and then work got busy and I couldn't keep going.
So you're gonna give me a whole movie review for
Yes,
5 minutes?
just based on this alone.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna like it
Okay.
because the first 10 minutes,
Yeah. Action packed.
they literally ripped it from the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like most movies, they're inspired by or whatever,
Yeah.
but there's not a whole lot. And the Resident Evil movie actually did pretty good with that as well. I think when you see it, you're gonna remember the
the
games
shitty
quite a bit. Yeah, the movie itself is shitty, but the callbacks are pretty good.
Okay.
This one, dude, that opening scene with the thing, that's literally how the game starts. Then the cut scene where it shows him and the brother like dangling off the thing,
Okay.
the balcony or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a direct cut from it's almost like they were taking the script from the game and just shooting a live action movie. So I'm like, if it's sticking this close to the source material,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to really like it. I don't want to like it. I have a thing against fucking Mark Wahlberg, but
I didn't even know he was in it until I saw the previews on Netflix.
yeah, I think I'm really going to enjoy it. So just based on the first 10 minutes, I have high hopes.
So the game came out in 2017.
Seems like it should be longer than that.
I think so.
It's only
Oh,
been 5
that's the
years?
Lost Legacy. I'm sorry.
Okay.
2011.
That sounds more like it. Because I played the first two for sure. I can't remember if I played the third one. I loved those games.
2007.
It
Uncharted
was-
Drake's Fortune. Is that the first one?
I think so. It was
PS1?
better than Tomb Raider. It's in the spirit of Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Better than Tomb Raider in my opinion. Dude, he's quippy and witty and funny. Like he's sarcastic. I love that kind of character. It's got enough cheesy 80s with the not stepdad, but that father figure that he's got. I don't know if that's in the movie or not. The love interest is there. Like it's almost like plot for like checkpoint for checkpoint. Like check this off, check this off, check it does that, but it does it well.
Yeah. It's gonna give you a National Treasure vibe.
That's another one, yeah.
Which I liked, but then it kind of gives me like what was that other, the Red Notice with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Where they were looking for something also.
Right.
So it kind of gives that type of vibe also. So you don't really you do get a little bit of the National Treasure type of stuff,
Okay.
but not as much, you know. It's
Overall, it's that archaeology.
Yeah.
It's an Indiana Jones thing.
yeah, but it's not like, you can tell it's not like a classic type of,
No, yeah, for sure.
you know what I mean? So it still has that.
It's a new age version. Yeah.
Which isn't bad. It's a good movie.
I think
You know?
the thing that it has going for it is that it's not oversaturated with those kind of movies yet. I hope it doesn't happen. But I mean, you literally had Indiana Jones, and then I can't think of another one, but Tomb Raider,
Okay, yeah.
National Treasure, and then maybe Red Notice. But there isn't really like a whole, like if you do heist movies like Ocean's 11, the Mission Impossible, Ocean's 11, there's just tons of movies that are similar.
Yeah.
So you have to pick your point. The high level assassin shit, the Jason Bourne shit. There's a shit ton of them, especially in the past like 10 years. So you can get oversaturated with this stuff, but this one doesn't seem to have that yet.
And, you know, I was watching with my partner in crime, Max, you know, and he's like, that's Spider-Man right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, he would do stuff, and I'm like, he'd turn around and be like, parkour. You know? So,
That's
you know,
funny.
he was getting a lot. But Tom Holland is very active. He's very physical. He's very in shape, and he's a gymnast, and does ballerina stuff, ballet and stuff like that. So he's very, you know, him as a person is very physical, so he can be that actiony type.
Right.
I think the only downside to him is that he looks like a kid. So you know, so if it doesn't happen now, you know, maybe it'll happen later when he gets a lot older. He's like kind of like the Tom Cruise type, you know?
Yeah.
To where he's good looking, looks like a kid, but he's not going to become the Mark Wahlberg in this movie until later on in life.
Yeah.
You know, where I could still see him being an action star. You know?
Yeah. The only other thing with him is I think he's a little typecast. It's a little snarky comment thing that it really, really works with him as Spider-Man because Spider-Man is like that in the comics. And this character is like that as well. So it kind of works, but I hear more Spider-Man sarcasm than Nathan Drake sarcasm.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm swelcome.
What's that girl's name? Jenna Slate? like the
Yeah,
main. Yeah,
she's one of those. It sounds bad to say, but she's not classically pretty.
Yeah.
But there's something about her that I find very attractive.
kind of like the what's that? I was watching The Bachelor last night.
The Bachelorette.
Yeah, and this. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I wasn't watching it. I just walked into a
Whatever.
room and laid down, and it was on the TV.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
just put it that way, right?
Oops.
And then I'm looking, and I'm
You
like,
hit the remote.
I thought the Bachelor they were supposed to be like good looking chicks.
Hey, the thing is, you're old school, bro. So maybe they're not pretty to you, but this day and age, that's what's considered pretty, which is fine. Shit changes, but
These are the Bachelorettes right here. Look. Yeah, no.
you got to send me the pictures because then I forget. And
Don't worry. I'll send them to you.
no, not those. I'm just saying
Oh,
for like that
sorry.
type of stuff, dork. Anyway,
Not-
so yeah, so I'm gonna watch it for sure, and I think I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll like it. You'll like it.
That's good. I'm glad. I'm
Yeah.
glad that it's gonna be something that I don't have to shit on. Look it up.
Can I just talk about I Am Groot real quick?
Yes, please, by
Okay.
all means.
So it's hilarious.
Huh.
Yeah. No, it's hilarious. It is.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's maybe like 5, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 5 shorts. I mean, literally shorts, like
Okay.
5 to 6 minutes each one. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 5 of them. Really quick. So, I mean, I think it's worth watching just to see Groot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, and then, I kind of went in a little, kind of deep dive and it turns out even, who's the guy that directed everything, Guardians of the Galaxy and
No,
No.
not James Gunn.
James Gunn.
Uh-huh.
So everybody was like, oh, it's Little Groot. It's Little Groot, right? No. Or it's like, excuse me, is Groot reborn, right? No, it's not. So what he said that, and for a fact that this is actually Groot's son. So it's
Right.
not actually Groot, it's his son. So it's pretty cool, you know what I mean? Because seeing Little Groot, you forget that there was an older Groot in the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
you know?
I think a lot of people, even fans, like the fans shouldn't be. They should know better. But
Yeah.
casual fans, they don't know.
Yeah.
Fans, they should know. But a lot of them, even they don't know. This is not the original Groot.
Yeah. Old man
Even
Groot.
yeah, it's his own character. That's basically his son.
Yeah.
So
So it kind of there's the one that it shows him, when he like actually came out of the pot.
okay,
So it's pretty good. You need to watch it.
I'll definitely watch it. I just think that it's, to me, this might be the jumping the shark moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a jump in the shark moment where I'm just gonna be like, where did Marvel start losing it? The I Am Groot show. That's where I think they lost it. But I'm definitely gonna watch because it's fucking Marvel. Like, I'm a fanboy. So,
Yeah. We know.
and with that, we shall pause and reset. Before we get into the Instagram stuff, we're gonna go old school and kick it back to the Instagram stuff because we didn't have too much to focus on that we watched. We were supposed to watch the Terminal List, but I got caught up trying to do episode 1 and just all kinds of shit. Anyway, Olivia Newton-John.
Oh. You're the one that I love.
You said you like musicals, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. So Grease is kind
Yep.
of up there.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay.
My brother, shout out to my brother, not that brother, the other brother, Matt. He actually had Grease on VHS and he asked for it for Christmas.
No shit.
You're not a pussy. I'm just Grease,
You're pussy adjacent?
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
Yes, he had Grease on VHS. And for you to, I'm
I'm
just
trying to
kidding.
remember if I had it on VHS. Because I was
You had it on Laserdisc.
No, we didn't have a laser disc. That would have been awesome. Oh, that's probably worth money right now.
Yeah.
Anywho, so yeah, so she passed. She was 80 something,
Mm-hmm.
something. It's unfortunate, of course. The only thing that I would usually say, like with that age, I'm like, that's a pretty decent age. Like, of course, you want to get higher up there, I guess, but that's not too bad. It's just how she went that I think maybe the thing, like if she was battling and losing the battle, or
Well,
if
she
it was
was
a little more
73.
comfortable. Yeah, she's 73. It's
But then they said she had battle for like 20 years or something.
yeah,
for
it had been a
time.
long time. So I don't know. There comes a point where it's I'm all about quality of life.
Yeah.
I would much rather pass at 73 having lived a good life than live the last 10 years completely suffering and fuck that.
Yeah, well,
Take me out when I'm 73. Fuck that shit. Anywho.
howdy.
So rest in peace to her. So the first one that I have, I don't know if you want to go further back than but the one that I have is Sean Cannon, Cannon, whatever, is back as Mike Barnes in Cobra Kai season 5. When I saw the other announcement that there's going to be somebody, an old character,
Yeah.
I was like, they already showed Chosen. Like, what are you talking about?
Chosen.
And nope, they were talking about this guy, and I'm like, oh, that's Cobra Kai. So yeah, so it's pretty. He's gonna come back. I'm looking for, dude. I don't know what it is. Cobra Kai just seems to just hit all the right
feels.
Yes,
Right
it's
feels.
perfect. That fucking show is awesome. But then again, I
amazing.
was such a huge fan of the fucking first movie. So
Yeah.
from Get Fandom yet again, John Wick 4 will be the longest film in franchise yet.
So how long is that?
Couldn't fucking care less. 2 hours and 12 minutes. The first one I thought was really, really good.
Yeah.
The second one, I'm like, okay, they're just banking off of the popularity from the first one because it ties in, but it just seems too stretched. Like, you look back at the first one now, and it doesn't seem to fit. It's like in a different realm. But they did the same thing with The Matrix.
Yeah.
To me, the fourth one is just absolute fucking trash.
Yeah.
2 and 3 were okay at the time. I was a big fan. I was glad there was more Matrix, but we didn't need them. The first one was just a great fucking film, great concept, and they could have left it the way they ended it, and it was good. I think John Wick is the same thing. So I'm like, 2 hours and 12 minutes is going to be rough.
Yeah.
But I do kind of like that they have a bigger world.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I don't know if...
You're going to watch it, right?
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it for sure. But
I literally lost
You lost
a
a
week.
week.
I literally lost
all right, so...
Next time, are you going to watch Bullet Train?
Yeah, it's only in theaters, dude.
Oh, yeah. So She-Hulk comes out next Thursday.
Okay.
Day Shift is out today.
Day Shift. There you go. We'll do Day Shift. I should be able. I'll do. What was the one that we said?
Better Call Saul.
His Dark Materials.
His Dark Materials.
We'll write it down.
I'm back on Better Call Saul the last season, so I want to finish it. I will try to finish Better Call Saul season 6 this week. Hopefully, I was running out of breath.
Oh, gotcha.
Anything else that came out?
Nope, not that I.
You're gonna get hooked on his Dark Materials. So I'm just letting you know.
It hit my radar when the preview started coming out and stuff. Right in the. I don't know. We're trying to make a joke out of that. Yeah, right in the chamoy.
Right in the chamoy. Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Yeah. So I have a feeling I might, and it might hit the right button like I was hoping the Sandman would. Right in the chamoy.
Right in the chamoy.
Oh. All right, brother. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you to Paul for yet again. As you can tell, we're back at the studio. So yeah, till next week. I apologize ahead of time. The video is going to be weird because one's going to come out and then two's going to come out like 3 days later. I don't know.
So
it's
what,
weird.
just watch them both?
But I'm
Who
working.
cares?
I'm working on it.
Watch them both.
There you go.
Watch
you can
them both.
binge watch it.
One on
So-
your phone, one on your TV.
As usual, be good to each other, and more importantly, be good to yourselves.
Peace.